Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to another anime guy. Today my hair's a mess. I just got back from my lecture. I made myself some coffee. I just want to relax. I want to keep watching Gundam, so I'm gonna watch Gundam. If I really wanted to relax like a lot, then I would probably watch Aria, but I don't feel like relaxing that much, you know? So, today I'm going to continue watching Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam. I'll be watching episodes 15 and 16 today. I just recently finished watching, over the weekend I finished watching Gundam The Origin. It was amazing the whole way through, all the way, like from episodes 1 to 6. It was all extremely good. Definitely at least 9 out of 10 for me for that series. But yeah, these videos come out earlier on Patreon, as well as reactions to movies such as Perfect Blue, Red Line, Penguin Highway, as well as anime reactions. I do plan on watching some other anime over on the Patreon. I'm thinking about it, seeing what I do. Anyways, though, let's get right into this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot that the last episode ended up with the two of them looking at each other. Katsuri. I don't want Cats to be too involved with this though. Preferably, I really don't. Like, it's great to see them again. It's good to see Cats again, but... What is with her? Is she like a Titan like Cyber New type? He said, do Cyber New types repeat themselves? Or is she just like so heavily modified that they just like implanted memories in her head? Or implanted like directives in her in her brain? Like to view Aoug a certain way? Yeah, don't worry about it. He says like they don't have like this extensive history with each other. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's just Quattro. I mean, it makes sense to be like that when someone goes to like handle unnecessarily. I mean, I'd understand why Amuro would be so different from during the war, because during the war he was forced to fight. He was forced to literally just fight to survive. That was pretty much just like what he had to do during the war. And since Since like Frau, Sayla, Hayato, Kai, all of them were essentially on the white base, he wasn't just fighting for himself either. He was fighting to protect family and friends, you know? So at this point, I do feel like he'd go back into fighting for the sake of helping them to like help protect them again, you know? But since he already left the war that he never wanted to be a part of, he stopped fighting. He stopped participating in fights that he never wanted to be a part of in the first place. It's kind of like, I'd understand why he wouldn't want to go back to it, you know? He never wanted to be a part of it in the first place. I understand why he'd hesitate.
海軍からの情報はヒッコリーで手に入るのか。
どうですか。ティターンズの拠点を突き止めることは優しいことではない。
肉親は身内の能力を過小評価する癖があるというが、本当だな。海軍はいやしくもかつてのホワイトベースにいたクルーだ。私は信じるな。
Sorry for pausing so soon. I kind of find it funny how people, at least he's talking about, like, oh yeah, they're in part of the white base. Surely they wouldn't be like this, or like they wouldn't let us down since they were part of the white base. That's like, of course, Haito, Kai, and Amino, they were on the white base. So to them, it's probably like, why are you talking about me like this? No, at this point, I suppose it's been happening their whole life. Or for years now.
なぜ地球圏へ戻ってきたのです。
君を笑いに来た。
Yeah?
そういえば君の気が済むのだろ。
好きでこうなったのではない。それはあなたにだってわかるはずだ。
しかし、同情が欲しいわけでもないのだろ。ならば勝君の期待にも応えるアムロレイであってほしい。
なぜ地球圏へ戻ってきたのだ。
ララの魂は地球圏に漂っている。火星の向こうにはいないと思った。
ララ。
カゴの中の鳥は干渉される道具でしかないと覚えておいてくれ。
夜食です。
ありがとう。
僕、あなたにお会いしたいと思っていました。僕はあなたと比較されてるみたいで苦痛だったんです。教えてほしいんです。周囲の期待に応える方法を。
ちょうど君と同じぐらいの年頃だった。あの頃は夢中だった。勝君は俺のことなんて言ってる？は？何か言ったと思うんだ
が。なら、勝君に直接聞けばいいでしょ。
神優君、
失礼します。
Yeah, that was kind of disrespectful towards Camille. He went towards you asking for advice and whatnot, then he just completely just disregarded what he said and just asked him about cats, so I'd understand his frustration there a bit.
どこへ行こうと逃げられません。ニューギニ
ア？新しい拠点の一つですか？
まあな。
Yeah, I'm really just trying to figure out what he wants to do, and he seems stressed. Trying to figure out what it is that he's trying to accomplish here. Something in the distance? Oh, that's really old for them. The Wright brothers on that?
カラバの飛行機だ。カラバか。はい。父さん。よし。船を降下。スピードを落とせ。ホーバーチから入ってもらう。了解。
Okay, it doesn't look like as old as like a Wright brothers airplane, but still, propeller plane. Damn. Didn't think there'd be any propeller planes that still existed or were even functional at this time.
大丈夫かよ。
朝早く起こしちゃってごめんなさい。
Who are you?
カラバのベルト地下イルマです。ヒッコリがお待ちしております。そちらが勝君？
はい。
よろしく、ナイスキッド。
なんて飛行機だ。
Please don't end up like Matilda did.
素敵でしょ、私の飛行機。
いいレプリカですね。
ありがとう。
アムロさんは起こしてきて。
はい。昨日はどうしたんですか？ガンダムに興味ないんですか？マーク2が作られて嫌なんですか？
うるさいな。一人にしておいてくれ。
He's just curious.
わかりました。
俺に対しての当てつけなんだ。シャアもハヤトもガンダムを若いやつに使わせて俺を無視して。ああ、アムロ、こちらは勝から聞いた。よろしく、アムロレイです。
アムロ？ヘレンでしょ。
え？
私の好きな石鹸。
あ
あなたがアムロレイ？
あ、なんでアウド村にヘレンヘレンがあるんだ？
知らない
I
早
don't
く仕上
know.
がってアムロレイ。ニュータイプって言っても普通の人ね。
すいませんね。
アムロレイってもっと好戦的なタイプと思っていたの。安心したわ。
それで
あのサングラスの方どなた？
エウーゴのクワトロ隊です。この作戦の指揮をしている。
何に怯えているんだ？
戦争以外の世界では生きていけない人じゃない？
あなただってカラバの一員なんだ。戦いを全く否定するわけじゃないんでしょ。
あの人には平和なインテリジェンスを感じないわ。
クワトロ隊員はそんな人じゃない。本質的には優しい人だ。
Oh my god, what happened? I don't know if that just... What happened here? I'm guessing this is where part of the colony hit.
敵です。追ってか。
Oh. Dude, do you not have a PA system to announce it over?
ロザミア少尉が出るだと。は。
回収してくれた恩は返さねばなりません。
これを使わせてもらう。どうぞ。僕だって戦えるはずだ。
Cats? No.
神誰だ？
ガンダムマーク2が動いている。誰だ？
カツ行きます。
No.
無理だ。実戦をやろうなんて。
ハッチを開けろ。
どんなもんだ。
Oh no. You didn't go look for it.
神湯君、リック・ディアスで出られるか？
了解。
やめておけ。冗談じゃない。7年間もモビルスーツはいじってないんだろ。カツは訓練をしていた。
防戦でしょ？
俺はガンダムのパイロットだったんだ。
アムロレイ。やっぱりこの人もパイロットだった。戦う人だったんだな。なぜ？今口では戦うと言っていた人が怖がっているなんて。あれがニュータイプと言われた人なの？ああ、私が空が落ちてくるのが怖いように、この人も戦うのが怖いんだわ。
飛びますか？降りますか？降りよう。
Is she also cyber new type? She said the same thing that the girl that pilots that mobile suit said about the sky falling. Or Rosamia, was that her name?
2機出たようだが、私にかなうのか？
I honestly don't think Cats does at all.
左からか。ザクと違うから。あれか。
He did say he trained on museum pieces, but like
もう逃さない。
the last thing he used was
同じようなこと
Zaku.
はしない。
Bro, Cats.
あのパイロット、昨日と違うのか？どんな作戦であっても。いや、あれはパイロットが違うんだ。なんだ？
To be
黄
fair,
色のモビルスーツか？
I understand what Hayato said earlier, but I still feel like Amuro would have done better in
ガンダムを盾
than
に
just
使
a
うか？
modern Gundam or mobile suit.
逃げる。
クワトロ隊。
マーク2のカツ君を。
了解。
Bro, you're just shooting at everyone.
相手をよく見る。
この力は何だ？
カミーユ、リック・ディアス。
Yeah, because he took the Mark II.
カツ、
まだ戦います。
いい加減にしろ。自分のやったことが他人の迷惑になってることに気がつかないのか？
わかりました。
Oh.
当たった。
Oh?
こんなことで。
前後の見境もなく攻撃するなんて。
Oh. Oh, she ejected.
あれは女？
I'm genuinely surprised they managed to get her.
あのパイロットなんでしょう。
誤解の生んだ想念が放出されたと思いたいな。気にするな。
はい。
いやロザンね
破れたか。強化人間。使い物になるのか。バカ野郎！
ごめんなさい父さん。でもね、僕見えない敵が見えたんだ。本当だ。
黙れ！
隼人艦長の言う通りだと思うよ、勝君。でも勝君の言うことは本当です。
いや、こいつの甘さは許すわけにはいかない。
I'll talk after.
時には部隊を全滅させることもある。それは許せないんだ。
こうして若者たちも戦っている。あの時の血の騒ぎはなくなったのか。
He just doesn't have that desperation that he did before, no? If I'd have to say why, I'll just let the outro play out. If I was to say why, I'd say it's because unlike before in the white base, where everyone quite literally relied on Amado. Like if Amado wasn't in the Gundam, the white base was done for. It's that simple. But unlike in that situation, you've got choices here. You have Char, you have Camille, who's pretty much an up-and-coming Amado. You have now what might be Cats, because like I was gonna say, well, I was gonna say earlier when I paused the episode real quick, how I thought that Cats just predicted that the mobile suit, I'll just call it a mobile suit. Oh no, I'll call it a mobile armor just so that we know specifically what I'm talking about. But just, I thought Cats knew specifically that the mobile armor was gonna pass at that moment, so he shot and hit its leg. But from the sounds of it, that wasn't the case. It sounds more like it was just there in space. It was just there and it was just invisible. He shot at it because he just knew that it was there and he got its leg. By that case, I'm guessing that Cats is also a new type, which would make sense. You guys did mention in, I don't know if it was a previous, I'm pretty sure it was a previous episode of Zeta, someone commented saying how new types only really became a thing after humanity started like moved into outer space. They moved into like colonies and sides. They were born as new types. I'm guessing, of course, that Cats was born in space on a colony and that he is a new type. Other than that, this cyber new type thing is intriguing me because Rosamia, this girl, this thing, literally what it says here in this subtitle, the site of a colony falling. The blonde girl, Rostarkov, whatever her name was, I don't remember exactly. I don't feel like searching for it. But they said the same exact thing about this sphere of a colony falling, which I'm guessing was engraved into them by the Titans or by the Federation of what happened during the 1-year war of when the Zabi family or Girin's master plan of dropping the colony on Earth. I wonder if it's just like since they're cyber new types, if they like implanted like an association with the Zabi family and AU, just like they're like the same thing pretty much, and they implanted the thought into them that like AU is going to drop a colony like how the Zabi family did. So since they're the same thing in their heads, it's like that. I wonder how, and again, I wonder how far cybernetically is this cyber new type? Like how modified are they really? I will say I'm so happy Cats is alive. I did not think he was going to make it out of that, especially against that mobile armor that Ruzami was piloting. And other than that, just about Amado is just struggling right now. It's been 7 years. Hayato said it's been 7 years since you've even piloted a mobile suit. So I'm guessing it's been 7 years since the 1-year war. As such, I believe that Amado right now is just, he wants to help, but at the same time, he kind of doesn't want to be there. I'm guessing, like I said earlier, that he doesn't want to fight anymore, but he wants to fight at the same time. It's been 7 years since he desperately fought in the 1-year war to protect himself and everyone on the white base. And since then, he's been, I'm guessing, mostly restricted to that house that he was in. I'd assume, to a degree, mostly happy, or at least enjoying himself, enjoying his life to a degree. Like maybe occasionally talking to Fraubo, Haito, Kai, Let's Cats Kika, all of them. I'm guessing he just got comfortable. He just doesn't want to go back to war. He remembers what happened. He remembers the tragedy that it was, the loss and everything, and he just doesn't want to go back to it, but at the same time he doesn't want it to happen again, I'm assuming. But yeah, anyways, that was episode 15 of Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam, and now we're going right into episode 16. If I think about it, if they're gonna drop a colony, then would it end up being that one Texas colony that they showed where they'd poisoned the entirety? It was colony 30, right? Where the Titans had poisoned everyone on there. That's just a dead colony just there, right for the dropping. You know? I mean, if anyone was to drop a colony, it's literally right there. Okay, so hers was called the Goblin, right? He would have ended up dead if Shaw and Camille weren't there. Through the haze of darkness. Metaphorically?
暗号コード22敵機が洋上に出た場合は追撃を中止されたし規定はケネディにもういいアウド村には太平洋を渡らせて、ニューギニアのティターンズ基地からアウド村を撃つつもりだ少佐通信カプセルの文面を変更なさいますかしよう日本の村雨研究所へニューギニアの動きを警戒しろと言ってやる暗号コードはニュータイプ研究所のものを使えティターンズには解読できんはずモビルスーツは現在何機出られるハイザック6機とアッシュマー1機というところです
君がヒッコリーへ案内してくれるのかい
そのためにここに来たのですからね
I don't know what's up with this girl. I'm assuming she's a cyber new type as well, like Rizami was.
この霧を利用してカミーユとクワトロ隊だけでも空に戻してあげなければね
君は戦うことは嫌なのだろう
戦争は嫌いよ当たり前でしょでもそのことと戦わなくちゃいけないときは戦うということは別よ
僕を軽蔑しているんだろう
私はそれほど鈍くはないわ目を覚ませばいいのよそうすれば昔と同じになるわ
自信がないなベルトーチか同情ならいい
私はそれほど鈍くはないと言ったでしょ女の愛撫で男を奮い立たせることができるのなら女はそれをする時もあるのよなぜだと思う
男を試しているんだろ
そうよ自分にふさわしい男になってほしいからね
前の戦争で亡くしたと言ってたね
繊細孤児よ同情されたい方
すまなかったカミーユとクワトロ隊は空に返す
ベルトーチカさん隼人艦長が呼んでいる
すいません私あの人嫌いよ
モビルスーツを一機置いてってくれないか
すまんがマーク2はカミーユが慣れているので置いてはいけない
リック・ディアスでいい
エウーゴで開発したものだあれこそ置いていけない
信用ないのだな
カラバでは運用が無理だ
やらせるさ
君も空に来ればいい
行きたくはないあの無重力体の感覚は怖い
ララーに会うのが怖いのだろう死んだ者に会えるわけがないと思いながらどこかで信じているだから怖くなる
いや喋るなしゃあ
Yeah, and then we got this whole sequence.
このたくこれじゃ君の親父さんでなくたって怒りたくなる。
すいません。
勝君、また無断で出撃する算段か。
そんなんじゃありません。少しでもお手伝い
Yo,
した
get
いと
that
思
over
っ
there.
て。
No more fly for you.
クレーンを下ろして。
はい。
That also makes sense for Amado's case, because like pretty much everything bad that happened to Amado happened in space. It happened whether it was on a colony, whether it was just in space that they were fighting, like on the White Base, Abaku, Solomon. They never really went to Granada. Everything bad that essentially happened, almost all of it occurred in space. Other than that, the only other things that they went through would have been on Jabado or in Makave's mining base, or one of the various mining bases that Makave had. It makes sense why he'd be scared of not only going back into space, but of the feeling of zero gravity. And also, I did catch in the previous episode that Baltrovic, I'm pretty sure that's her name. I think I'm also butchering it horribly, but her and Amado, it seemed like they were getting along a bit, but I didn't expect them to be so quick with it, if anything. Like, it's not like, I'm not saying that it was like bad or anything, or just like, oh, no build up, but it's also, I kind of just didn't expect it. And I mean, considering the situation they're in, why not just go for it, you know?
え、本当ですか？
Ooh, to pilot?
僕も
Or
空
to
に
go
行
to
けるんです
space?
ね。
その代わり絞るぞ。
もちろんです。
やったな。
はい、ありがとうございます。
どうした？
Amado?
親父はどうするつも
Oh,
り
your
なんで
dad.
海岸線は相変わらず雲が厚いな。どうだ？
ミノフスキー粒子も変わりません。
霧を利用して時間通りヒッコリに飛び込むぞ。ベルトーチカが話した鳩がつくだろう。信号が上がる。
Beltorchka. Beltorchka. I hope I'm saying it right. Hmm.
予定通りだな。モビルスーツは2機か。滑走路に火を焚いて信号弾を打ち上げろ。
Are we just gonna light those on fire?
滑走
Or?
路に火を焚け。防空体制を
Yeah, light fires.
隊長に負けましたかな、この賭け。
当たり前だ。アウド村はパイロットをこの辺りから空に出すよ。
Man, these guys are not gonna make it easy for you, are they?
私のモビルスーツに乗って降下するか。
はい。ベルトーチカ。僕、ヒッコリーまではアムロさんのリックディアスに乗ります。
いいだろう。
ありがとうございます。ヒッコリーまでは一緒に。
あ、いいよ。道案内頼む。
ええ。
To a degree, feel bad for cats, but at the same time, you're too young anyways.
してもらうぞ。
なんで大尉の機体に乗らなかったんだ？嬉しかったんです。アムロさんがモビルスーツに乗る気になったのが。出迎えのアガマにはブライトさんが乗ってるって言いますしね。ちゃんと報告がしたいんです。
いいな、カツ。クワトロ隊の言うことを聞いてな。
母さんをよろしくね。
お前に言われなくたって、アムロ、カツを怪我させないだな。
了解。
クワトロ隊、頼みます。
父親代わりの経験もいいと思っている。
大丈夫か？大丈夫。
Yeah. I don't know if I'm weird for this, but these two just have one mobile suit on them. Wouldn't it have been better just like put them both on one? Or is it just for mobility's sake? To just have more
まだこ
options?
ちらは気づかれていない。クワトロ隊に連絡は？
空に行きたかったら黙ってろ。
Hmm.
滑走路が見えた。
あんなところに。
I'm guessing we might get to see Amado fight a bit this episode.
クワトロ隊着陸します。
任せる。アムロのリックディアスが迷ったようだ。
百式とガンダムだ。
A Hakushiki and the Gundam. So there's multiple Hakushiki?
妙だ、
Hmm.
アムロ。
ようこそヒッコリーへ。急いでモビルスーツをシャトルへ。
リック・ディアスも収容したいのだが、シャトルの状況はどうだ？
百式はエウーゴの新駅です。それだけは何としても戻せというアーガマの命令です。
Okay, so there could be more. Just maybe in the future or something.
捕まりました。
Hmm.
放火だ。ただしヒッコリーには近づくなよ。はっ。
モビルスーツが出てこないということはやはり下ろした。
大丈夫か？心配しないでやって。やった！まぐれだ。来たか。前へ来て膝に捕まっていろ。
無人機を土台に乗せて出せ。ダメになる。ここは任せる。
どちらへ？
モビルスーツデッキだ。
ガンダムも急げ。どうしている？5分とない。ガンダム乗れ。
もう一人空に上げたいのがいるんだ。迎えに行ってくる。クワトロ隊、万一の場合は百式だけでも空へ帰ってください。
ジョイントを外してくれ。
ダメです。
No, no,
あそこそろそろカウントダウンが始まるわ。アムロはカツ君を乗せたまま戦っていたんで。
Don't tell me something's gonna happen to her, bro.
リック・ディアス、アムロ、カウントダウンが始まる頃よ。どうするの？
もういいよ、アムロ。バカを言え。まだ時間はあるな。ヒッコリーはどこだ？
向かって左下。
あそこ？選別だ。何かの役に立つ。
アムロ、
この拳銃は前の一年戦争の時にジオンのシャアと撃ち合ったものなんだ。
大事なものじゃないんですか？
アムロ、カミーユはスードリーに捕まったのか？
この霧です。大丈夫です。カツを頼みます。
シャトルがやられたら何にもならん。
守ってみせる。クワトロ隊は空でやることが山ほどあるはずだ。
カツ君。
クワトロ隊はエウーゴにとって大切な方です。アムロ、シャトルを守ってください。早くコックピットへ。素直だな。
アウトムラは攻撃を受けているのか？
大した数ではありません。
古いロケットの G はきついぞ。
知ってます。
拳銃は安全弁を外さんと撃てない。あとは天に運を任せる。怖くないか？
はい。
私は怖い。動いている方が怖くなくていい。
Yeah, I assume so for Char. He'd be a lot more comfortable being able to fly around. I'm guessing this is first time seeing this die. Oh no, that's Camille.
機動性に優れたアッシマーの方が。
君は間に合わない。次のチャンスまでそばにいてくれ。
了解です。目の前の敵は危険です。
ベルトーチカがアウト村に向かったんだ。こんな時に女のことを気にして当たるかよ。もっと下だ。
Nice.
アーガマのレーザー発信はキャッチしてます。リアクションがありますから。
アウド村、まずい。
カウントダウンは始まっているはずだ。もう一息か。カミーユ、他の連中はどうした？
Ooh.
だけを切った。
アムロレイが。
ベルトーチカはアウト村へ。邪魔だ。
You're saying, how could you think of a woman in the middle of this? Because she's in the middle of the battle, bro. Why wouldn't he be worried? Yes!
あれか。
Ooh.
コックピットまで。
リック・ディアスか。
後ろにも目をつけるんだ。
神指弾間に合いませんね。
ああ、しかし君と同じで必ず戻ってくる。
敵はパワーダウンしている。押し込め。見ろ。神撃て。
Ooh.
神逃げろ。
Oh, nice. Amuro. I said Camille there, but Amuro just popped off.
アムロのリックディアスは
大丈夫です。ヒッコリーのクルーが救助してくれました。大したものです。
私も見たわ。第一印象を取り消さなくてはね。
ええ、そうでしょうね。
眠りから覚めたアムロレイ。怯える男は嫌いだけど、好戦的なのも嫌ね。
ありがとうベルトーチカ。泣くことなんか。
だってアムロ
カミーユすまなかった。
いえ、ありがとうございます。アムロレイ対。
いや
香港の領商会との連絡は？
ヒッコリーからは無理です。
分かった、独自にやろう。ご苦労様。
では失礼します。
会からだ。
ほ
ファーは元気かな。
I honestly love this development, to be honest. I love this development. Camille, with when it came to being kind of mentored by Char, of course, early on in the series, it made sense because Char was just a better pilot, and Camille needed the Mark II in order to be able to keep up with Char, you know? But now at this point in the series, Char and Camille are kind of equal to a degree. Like, Camille has come so far as a pilot from the first episode or second episode where he originally piloted the Mark II on, I forgot which side that was that he came from. Was it 5? I'm pretty sure it was 3. I'm pretty sure it might have been side 3 or I don't remember exactly. Anyways, moving on from that. But yeah, we've seen him progress so much as a pilot to now where he's literally is like maybe nearly, if not as good as Char to a degree. And Amado, we seeing him pilot not only Mobile Suit for the first time, but Rick Diaz, a new Mobile Suit that he's never piloted before. And yeah, it's been 7 years since he's last even piloted a Mobile Suit, and just like that, not only picked up how to use it, but he just wiped the floor with that Mobile Suit. The Ashimar, was it? Char and Camille together had been struggling for the longest time against it. And then here comes Amuro with Camille out of left field, and he made it look easy. He really did. He just, in a single fight, just wiped it off the map. Like, it almost reminds me of when Amuro first fought that one mobile armor that was underwater when they were at the port where they first met Admiral Revel, and Amuro just pretty much destroyed that one mobile armor. And yeah, same thing here. Just Amuro comes in and he just wiped out the Asimar. Camille and Char together had been struggling against for the longest time. And like I said, I love this development because Camille is now stuck on Earth with Amuro. Of course, Amuro is a significantly better pilot than Char. He really is. So now Camille has someone even better to learn off of. And since it seems like from this battle, Amuro, like Beltorchka said, he woke up. So now he's like everything's clicking, starting to click in his brain. The gears are turning, the engine's running, it's heating up. So now Camille really has like someone that he can learn off of and get exponentially better. Because off Char, he pretty much got nearly as good as he can, especially since Char isn't even like, not that he isn't the best. Of course, he isn't the best pilot around because Amuro's around. But Camille, with his new type abilities, can only get so good when being mentored by Char, since Char, although he has new type abilities, they aren't as advanced. So he needs to be with someone that's like at a similar level with him in terms of new type abilities, which the perfect candidate would be Amuro. So this is amazing. And yeah, speaking of Amuro, like I said, came in, whooped ass, and now he's chilling again. And he is now with Beltorchka, which is kind of shocking because it seems like over the 7 years that he spent at that house, he never really met anyone new, I don't assume. Well, he did meet Ensign Requa, what she mentioned when Amado fixed her car and whatnot, but it's nice. It's nice that he is happier now. And speaking of Beltorchka, I fully thought she was dead. I thought she was 100% dead in that fight. 100%. Because the amount of time I like got PTSD from the original Mobile Suit Gundam series, because the amount of times that they'd introduce a new character, I think, oh man, they're great. They go into battle, they die. Like I forgot her name, but the spy girl that Kai really liked, that he was gonna bring her back to the white base, but when they were on the transport plane, I forgot what it was called, and she launched the missile and then she went flying out the other side and she was dead. Bro, ain't no way. The amount of times that people just died. Man, I love the development between Beltorchka and Amado. It just seems really healthy for Amado, and maybe for Beltorchka too. We haven't really seen a ton of her so far. She's really only appeared in 2 episodes, so I'll wait before I speak too much on her. But yeah, one last thing I will say before I end off this video is the relationship between Char and Amado is a lot more calm than I would have expected, because I don't know if I'm just remembering this wrong, but the last time they met would have been in Abaku, and they were fighting there, let alone fighting in mobile suits. They then proceeded to chase each other down in Abaku while shooting at each other, and then they proceeded to use short swords and fight each other with short swords, which then would have been when Sayla or Tesha pretty much like broke them up, and they kind of just like spoke a bit. But then Char went off to do his own thing, and then Amuro went off to try and like escape from Abaoku. Well, not try, but escaped from Abaoku. Yeah, seeing like in that moment they kind of reached a certain understanding, and when they met, Amuro was just kind of, he just understood. I'm guessing like from his new type abilities, he kind of just understood that Char wasn't the same that he was before, you know? I mean, in the first place, yeah, he did kind of not like Char a lot in the original series, which is why I'm kind of surprised that they had such a, or not that they had, from Char's side, it makes sense because that's kind of just how he is. But from Amado's side, I'm kind of surprised he's so calm about it, though at the same time it has been 7 years, so I'm assuming he's kind of relaxed about his feelings, or maybe he spoke to Sayla about it. Him and Sayla may have spoken, and he just came to understand him better from what they may have spoken if they did. Anyways, this has been episodes 15 and 16 of Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam. Great episodes. I love to see more Amado. I really do. I would, of course, also love to see more Char if he was acting more himself to a degree, you know? Because although in my mind Char is kind of like how he was in the original series, he is a lot more like calmed down though now, so that is nice to see. Anyways, I just went back to talking. But yeah. Yeah, like I said, this has been episodes 15 and 16 of Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam. These episodes have been great, the both of these. They just flew by. I was not expecting me to enjoy them so much. But yeah, I really hope but yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you guys next time when I watch episodes 17 and 18 of Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam.